is better looking than you, and he has even more money than you. Yeah.
Every now and then I get female viewers subbing on Patreon to tell me this. Not often, of course. Only 3 to 5% of my viewers are women, but this is something that happens at times. They say, Rehab, I wish you talked about us as well. You say so in your videos, but that is not my experience at all. I swear I can't attract anybody. You're exaggerating the hypergamy. I appreciate the donations and I don't even deny that they experience the BP to some degree, but really in a different scope and extent. Different to a point where it can't be comparable to male experience. Some of them say, ethnic subs say, please make a video on ethnic women and how the ethnic women are suffering from JBW also. Like they want a JBW video from their point of view, right? Or we sub 5 ethnic women aren't getting any attention or love Rehab. Why don't you make a video about that? Or even your viewers want the white Becky, not us. Or what you say isn't my experience at all. I don't have any orbiters. And I asked them, how many matches have you gotten on Tinder? They are like, oh, Tinder is a shallow meat market, Rehab. I have never used it. Oh, man. What do I always say, man? What do I always say? Suffering is relative. It is closely correlated to what you are used to. That 50-pound horse story. For those new to the channel, the story is this. A man is walking with 2 horses, right? One is carrying 100 pounds, the other 50. The 100-pound horse drops that. The man takes the 50-pound, puts it on the other horse. The other horse won't move, with another pound on his back. Carrying 50 pounds is all he has ever known. It is like that with women viewers of this channel. For someone like me, of course, born and raised in these conditions. But it is a completely different world for others. It is also closely correlated to benchmark points you compare yourself to. If you come from an upbringing where your every other friend went on to achieve great things, you will feel like a failure. You won't compare yourself to poor people out of your vision, out of your purview. You compare yourself to your colleagues, to your peers. And that is what happens with women viewers of this channel as well. They compare themselves to women in their own circles, family and friends. They don't compare themselves to you guys. That is one mistake they make. Gives them the impression that they are somehow in the exact same situation as sub 5 men. They look around themselves, their female friends, and how they fare in their own social circles compared to other women. The benchmark point is their own female friends and families. Ain't some sub 5 rotting in his room watching my videos posting on Discord all day long. They think, oh, my friend is dating that dude, 6 feet tall, rich, successful, good looking. I can never have a man like that. You know, the benchmark point is not some dude who's not even in their purview. And we do this too, guys. We do this too. We compare ourselves to what we are surrounded by, to our friends and family. You don't compare yourself to people in the comments section who have it worse than you. You're gonna remember I always complain about my family and people are like, Rehab, let me tell you something. My dad threw me into a pit of crocodiles. He said it would toughen me up. But you see, Rehab, it didn't toughen me up. I lost my left arm. You have no right to complain about your family. Dude, like, relative. I recognize that I am more fortunate than some of yous. And likewise, some of yous are more fortunate than me. That is how it goes. Doesn't mean I can't complain. And the second point is, they don't even see and notice the hordes of men, a big chunk of male population as a potential mating group. Like, we don't even register as potential options in their eyes. The male population in their mind is only 5 and above. Wait, that doesn't count, Rehab, that was a creep. Like, of course, if the male population you refer to excludes a big chunk of it, that would explain. You say, oh, Rehab, talk about us too. The thing is, if you're a woman that has no appeal, 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10, and you want a boyfriend that you find attractive, which means the rest of women also do, you gotta break the gender roles. You gotta break the role. You gotta make the move. Especially if you want some man who's 7 out of 10. You gotta be the one making the first move sometimes, if you are 3 out of 10. You gotta go talk to that 5 out of 10 oofy doofy. Cause those guys are scared. Scared of even their own shadows.
I didn't say scared of.
Wait. No, you.
But I am
hold on.
scared as well.
Well, thank you. See, now we made
If
headway.
I'm being real, then yes, you can say I'm scared.
Thank you.
But they don't even see their actual looks match as a potential boyfriend. They try and get chat to commit by sleeping arguing with them as if it is ever gonna work. Then they will go, oh, men are pigs. They just use me for my body. Just cause he was boning you doesn't mean he ever cared about you. He never cared about you. Unlike that oofy doofy you rejected. Unlike that looks match you rejected. For Chad, you were just an easy lay. What did you think was gonna happen? That you were gonna be lovey-dovey after he got his rocks off? Come on, man. And this is not only coming from women viewers. A lot of you also think this way, unfortunately. Dude, like, how long have you been in this community? And you are still not getting the juggernaut theory. Oh, rehab, ugly women have no SMB. A lot of people here are not very familiar with juggernaut theory. For newcomers, I understand. And guys, you gotta be patient with newcomers. Sometimes I see a guy asking a question because he doesn't know and he gets harassed. We weren't born with this school of thought. You gotta be more patient with people. Some people start late and they pass me and you know. It is not about the length of tenure in the community. It is about the CPU power. It is about brain power. Like, you see a guy, the dude has been in the community for years and years and still saying oofy doofy theory. And then you have new viewers of my channel, 1 month, they pass you and me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't attack people in the comments just because they ask a simple question like, what is juggernaut theory? But back to the point. When I talked about juggernaut theory briefly, said how the juggernaut theory is why Asian women have a higher contact and message rate than white women on dating apps. Some people were like, what is that? What is juggernaut theory? So, for the beginners of this school of thought, in simple terms, the juggernaut theory is the idea that men will think, oh man, instead of a hot girl, I will just go for a kind of fat, not so hot girl to increase my chances, right? But since other men also keep thinking the same, the lesser looking girl ends up with more and more applicants, more and more options, and her SMB keeps getting bigger and bigger, to a point where it is an unstoppable juggernaut. Basically, in the applied BP sciences, it is the result of behavioral tendencies of oofy doofy men. There's a bar scene in an oofy doofy movie called The Beautiful Mind, trying to explain the game theory with this oofy doofy behavior. The behavior of, oh, if we all go for the hot chick, none of us is gonna get her. So we should go for the other girls instead. And of course, the movie portrays this as some sort of 200 IQ groundbreaking idea. Brother, the oofy doofy behavior is already studied in the BP school of thought. The issue here is, it creates a loop, cause it ain't some 200 IQ behavior. It is an oofy doofy behavior. It is the 85-90 IQ male behavior. It only ends up creating a juggernaut out of SMBs and egos of those lesser looking women. That is what we call juggernaut theory in the BP school of thought. Oh, rehab bro, I came up with a plan. Hear me out, man. I will just approach ugly woman instead. What do you think about this plan of mine? Oh wow, 200 IQ. How did you even come up with this, brother? I can only imagine the amount of brain power you had to put into this groundbreaking discovery, man. Like, dude, everybody and their mother has thought about the same. That is the problem. Guys, let me put this as clearly and as straight as I can. Don't approach ugly women thinking they are gonna be desperate. As a sub 5, your first priority gotta be getting to at least a 5. I know people often say, oh bro, as a sub 5 we should just approach ugly women. Or normies say, you just have unrealistic standards. Guys, I am not telling you to have unrealistic standards. I am not telling you to wait till a supermodel breaks into your basement and takes your virginity. I am just telling you that if you are sub 5, your first priority should be getting to at least a 5. If not, don't even bother with the dating game. Don't even bother approaching your looks match, cause your looks match has 100 times the SMB you have. Understand that. Understand and digest that. Act according to that. This is the cold harsh truth, man. That is the cold harsh truth. Some of you, a lot of you say that you understand but act differently. You are thinking to yourself, hey, I might approach her. Maybe she will be willing to give me a chance. The problem is, everybody and their mother has been thinking the same thing, brother. Everybody. Even men out of her league, cause they think she's gonna be an easy lay, an easy score, right? And another thing that also has to be mentioned here is that as a sub 5 man, you additionally annoy ugly women. Extra annoy them when you ask them out, cause you are actively reminding them of their poor looks. You hold a mirror to their insecurities. Sub 5 women look at you and see what they don't like in themselves. All you do is reminding them of what they hate about themselves deep down, even if they don't admit it on a conscious level. I had made a community post about this a couple months ago. As a sub 5 male, the biggest insult you can give to a woman is simply asking them out in a confident manner. That will be more insulting and offensive than any other insult you can think of. I believe that 1000%. 1000%. Remember that white woman? I have used the example of white woman who broke down crying because an Indian guy put in the effort to woo her. Guys, just the fact that he thought he had a chance with her was a devastating blow, brutal insult to her. By the way, let me make one thing very clear. In no shape or form I am saying as a 4 out of 10 man, as a balding sub 5 manlet, go ask out an attractive woman and get yourself arrested. But Rehab, don't approach ugly woman. Don't approach hot woman. Who do I approach?
Tell me that.
I won't even answer that.
Basically, as a subpar looking man, the realistic answer to that question is nobody. You don't approach anybody. First, you have to improve your looks. Looks.
I am tired. I am tired of the men that just don't go for it. They're just so scared. They think that they're gonna get rejected when it's like, bruh, like, just take a freaking chance.
No, don't take a chance. She's only saying this so she can have a bigger orbiter army. Don't fall for it.
I am tired, sick and tired of this, excuse my language, but this energy that these men have been giving these days.
Guys, understand something here, alright? He's appealing to those masculinity, alpha morons, idiots, so that she can reject them to boost her ego and keep the better looking ones lined up as a B plan, as a substitute, right, on the bench.
You'll walk past and they'll literally give you side eye. Like, just come up to me and ask for my freaking name. Like, okay, like, you get rejected, like, I'm sorry, like, it happens to me. But just take a chance. Guys, just take a chance. Just get some confidence. Like, just take a chance.
No, don't take that chance. You will regret it. Guys, if you are below 8 out of 10, don't take that chance with a woman looking like her. She will be the same woman who then makes another TikTok complaining about creeps asking her out. If you are not 8 plus, don't fall for this. Don't approach women that look like her. This viral media content on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter is really setting a lot of gullible men, gullible self-improvement and masculinity morons on a dangerous, very dangerous path. Because the average man seeing these viral content don't understand that it is all about looks. They think if they hit the gym, if they are confident, if they have game, they can get her. They can have women like her and they go embarrass themselves. You have guys like Bob watching Richard Cooper and thinking he's that guy. He's a high value man. And I know what you are gonna say. Oh, Rehab. You say don't approach ugly woman, then say don't ask out hot woman. If you follow your advice, we are gonna keep watching your videos forever. Dude, I am not saying this as stay alone forever and keep watching those 7-hour-long MTV live streams, but just understand the juggernaut theory. But while understanding it, don't be delusional to expect to beg some model tier woman. That is what I am saying. Don't be Bob from Richard Cooper's stream. My suggestion to you is this. If you are sub 5, you have to improve your looks first, before you go hunting for dating game. Ugly women find it insulting when you ask them out, cause all you are doing is poking their insecurity about their looks. That is all you are doing. Better looking women don't have that insecurity, so they don't feel as offended. That is why you will often see men say stuff like, oh, she was hot, but actually she was very polite and respectful when she was turning me down. Brother, that is because she wasn't offended. Maybe she felt pity, maybe she cringed, but that's about it. You make your own judgment, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I am inclined to suggest the latter. I also find it absolutely hilarious that the situation in the dating market has gotten so bad that now it is considered a point of pride, a point of success if you get rejected with respect, if you don't get cussed out. Men talk like this is actually a successful result if she doesn't cuss them out. Oh bro, she didn't call the National Guard on me. That was a successful approach, bro. That is how rough the dating market is today. But I am ending the video on this note. Don't be a free agent in life.